Hello. I have some notes, and it's just things I've been thinking about and listening to for a number of years. And it's a combination of beliefs, competition, success, joy, and happiness. And it really started for me with my son, who is 8, and really loves to win and is very competitive, and plays chess, plays soccer, plays baseball, and really wants to win. And I'm not sure he's doing it for the fun of it. He's doing it because he wants the trophy. And he hasn't gotten one yet in chess, but that's what he wants. And I was looking at, I get the email every day of your quotes, and there's one recently about nobody has to lose, that whatever you want, you can win, and nobody has to, you can have it, and it's not like taking it away from someone else. But how does that fit with the belief of I can't have it, or I have to work hard to get it? Every time, speaking of me too, and him, is like, I have to work hard to get the money, I have to practice this to win, and how does that all fit in? And also a piece of that is, I listened to Seth too 30 years ago, and also believed about the, you create your own reality, your point of power is in the present. And the other part he talked a lot about, or Jane Roberts did, there's all these hidden beliefs. You have to figure out your beliefs. You have to, there's bridging beliefs, and that just drove me nuts, so I kind of left it after and came back to you. It's like, I can't figure out my beliefs. They're hidden. I don't know. How does that all go together?
What Seth is talking about there is that sometimes you have active within you patterns of thought that are so familiar that they don't seem like changing, because you've acclimated to the feeling of uneasiness of them, so the thought doesn't feel odd. It isn't until you, through meditation or through appreciation, that you consciously tap into the vibration of who you really are, that those thoughts that are odd begin to feel odd to you. Now, stay with us. We're just going to sort of build a basis, because you've touched on many things that we want to respond to. So, bridging a belief is what we're talking about when we say lean in the direction of who you really are. And the word bridge is such a good word, because you can't leap from where you are over to an entirely different thought, because the vibrational frequencies are too far apart, and law of attraction not only won't help you out, law of attraction won't even allow it. You can't set your radio dial on 6:30 a.m. and hear what's being broadcast on 98.7, but you can set your radio dial on 6:30 and maybe hear what's being broadcast on 6:30 point something. In other words, you can hear a little bit of it, you see. And so as you listen, as you're reaching for the better feeling and the better feeling, then little by little you move yourself into a better feeling place. Now, you said something to us that we know you believe, but we don't believe it. And so we're just going to tell you what that vibrational difference was. You said, and we could feel you. You wanted to say, I don't really know. And we wanted to say, that's right, you don't really know. But I think my child is doing it for the trophy. And we want to say to you that whether you know it or not, what inspires everyone to want to excel is that life has caused them to create this vibrational escrow, and that is calling them forward. In other words, whether it's an idea of a trophy or an idea of recognition or an idea of more money, it is also the being called forward to the expansion of that which you are. So have you noticed, those of you who have been listening to us for a while, that's exactly what we do all day, every day. We visit with you until we can feel that something that you're hearing is leading you in the direction of the answer that you want, but that you're not yet a vibrational match to. And once you get a piece of that, then off we go. That's what bridging beliefs really is. It's finding the vibration that gives you the path to the vibration that gives you the path to the vibration that gives you the path that gives you the vibration that gives you the path, until before you know it, you're inside your vibrational escrow, and then it has to manifest. It is law, then it must. So your child, in his competitive nature, as it seems, is discovering that in that competition, his desire to excel is expanding. And here's the thing that we so want you to hear, and as you hear it, you're going to recognize it and feel so satisfied in it. We'll just bluntly say it first and then tell you what we've said. The competition that your child feels, the competition that everyone feels, is not between the other sports or the other chess players. The feeling of competition is about the variance between who life has caused him to become and what he is allowing right here and now. That feeling of wanting to be more is so powerful within you, especially when you are first born. You can feel it so powerfully because then you innately know that life is supposed to be good and that you're supposed to get what you want. And as you begin feeling your way, and in these early experiences, think about it. Kids don't have the opportunity that adults have to find other contrasting things so much that launch their rockets. Most of them are not trying to make a living. Most of them are not trying to find a way to care for themselves. In other words, most children don't have the contrast that really parlays their desires into a powerful place. And so this feeling of competition, this feeling of looking around, seeing what others are doing, collecting some data, liking something that you see, wanting it for yourself. Children are creating vibrational escrows from the moment that they begin to be focused in this physical experience, long before they're even able to utter words. And so your child has created this vibrational escrow, and at the heart of it, these are the words that best describe it. It's not about being the best at something, and it's not about beating someone else. It's about having some platform and some basis of measuring consciously my motion forward in this time-space reality. The feeling of competition, it is such an excellent thing, because when you see something and it pleases you and you aspire to it, you launch rockets of desire. When you see something that you don't want, you automatically aspire to what you do want. So you're building your vibrational escrow all day, every day. And the feeling of dissatisfaction is not because somebody else is taking something from you. It's because you're not vibrationally up to speed with what life has caused you to become. So if we were visiting with our physical child and we were in your physical body and we were feeling some concern about the competitive nature, or usually your concern is about his disappointment when he doesn't win, we would begin saying to him things like this. Through the tournaments you've entered and through the life you've been living, the larger part of you has become really adept at this. And the rest of you hasn't figured out how to quite get up to speed with that, but you will, and you are. The only competition that exists in your world, child of mine, the only competition that exists in your world is between what you're thinking and what you're wanting. That's the only competition. Isn't even the right word, but we'll apply it here since that's where you started. In other words, when I think the thought that I'm not enough and who I am knows that I am competing. Let's use the word competing as the same word as resistance. I know this, the source within me knows this, but when in my human form I'm beating the drum that knows this, there is a competing vibration. Can you feel it? There's the vibration of who I really am, and there's a vibration of who I'm allowing, and I've set up resistance, you see. So competition, can you feel how it's been a discussion for a very long time? Is competition a good thing or a bad thing? Mm-hmm. And we say competition is a wonderful thing. So is contrast, because in it helps you to identify what you want, and it causes expansion. It's the most lovely thing in all of the world. Competition and contrast, it causes expansion. So now you can use the competition to your disadvantage or to your advantage, because now the competition has caused you to get your stream going faster. Now you use the power of your thoughts to come into alignment with what you've given birth to or not. So as you feel proud of yourself, as you love the motion forward, as you love the knowledge that you've gained, as you love the clarity of your mind, as you love the inspiration that flows forth from you, as you love being able to look at that board and contemplate what's happening, as you're able to hold all of that information in your mind and make those sort of mathematical equations and feel the intuitiveness, nothing is more exhilarating than being tuned in, tapped in, turned on in that way. And say to your child, and when you see someone else excelling at that, you tune into it. When you feel jealous at someone else excelling to that, you separate yourself from what it is you are wanting, and you don't let yourself be what you have become. Now, your child might not be ready for the whole of that, but you were.
Definitely.
In other words, you can feel the fullness of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to say to anyone who's feeling discomfort about anything, it isn't about what you think it is. It's about something else. Every time you feel uncomfortable, no matter what you think it's about something else. And that something else is, you're not up to speed with you right now. You're not up to speed with you right now.
That's right.
You hear people say you are your own worst enemy. Well, we don't want to put it in that sort of dramatic terms, but you are your own worst enemy. In other words, because only you can think the thoughts, and only you can offer a vibration, and it's only your vibration that keeps you from who you really are that ever negatively affects you. Helpful?
Very helpful.
Thank you.